When you play with randoms, oftentimes you get dragged into a situation where you start to think, oh my god, we're dead now. When that happens, some players choose to go on their own way. But I always stick with the team, as the gods of Apex intended. So when Mirage landed us at checkpoint, with half the lobby, I resisted the urge to run. Instead, I decided to make this building my new home. But it wasn't long before someone came knocking on the door, and he wasn't here to sell us chickens. Knowing there were a lot more where he came from, I took stand on the roof to fend off any more unwanted guests. But a quick scan of the area revealed that there were people everywhere, but that didn't stop Octane from running forward.
Hey, you. If you don't go out there, your teammates is going to die.
Who the hell are you?
The voice in your head.
I don't remember you sounding like this.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know there's a way I'm supposed to sound. Perhaps you prefer something like this. Or maybe something like this. Yeah.
Alright, jeez, I'm sorry.
And while you were wasting time arguing with me on how I'm supposed to sound, you got flanked from behind, you loser.
You're mean. Go away. Luckily, Octane came back to help me face whoever was invading our house. But first, I needed to figure out where the hell they were. Found him!
Loser.
Octane saved us the humiliation of getting squad wiped by one player, and I got a second chance, and I decided to use this chance to thin out the competition. That's right, it's Sheila time! Come out, wherever you are! One was down and too much more to go. But I could stay here all day if necessary. No, seriously. Can I please stay here all day? I'm kinda scared. But then the stars aligned. The enemies aligned. With my gun. This gave me courage to join my teammate. And don't forget to pack up Sheila because... Have you ever been shot in the back with your own gun? Well, I have. Not now, I'm talking with my viewers. All 5 of them. Knocking out Crypto activated all kind of scary mechanisms. A laser beam and a radiant bubbly thing, all intended to allow him a safe retreat. Oh no you don't, buddy. I became the new kill leader, and that made me even more bloodthirsty. But first, I had to get rid of these radiant thingies that seemed to last for like 3 hours and take 1,000 damage. But I couldn't afford to waste all my bullets on it, so I took out Sheila. But as effective as she was in taking down obstacles, she also scared off the enemy. So by the time we got there, Vantage and Conduit were long gone. But it wasn't long before we found ourselves another fight. This fight will lead to my first disagreement with the team, and soon you will see why. The enemy had the high ground and the means to fight at long range, and apparently they also had a decent aim. I, on the other hand, had a mid-range scope, but lacked the ability to hit a barn door at that distance. Realizing I can't provide quality, I decided to go for quantity and have Sheila rain down bullets on them. The method I'm using for this fight is shoot at the general direction that the bullets seem to be coming from, also known as spray and pray. Even though I did manage to stack up some damage, I realized I needed to get closer, so I went inside to see if I could get a good angle at them. All I got for my effort was 31 damage and a hell of a lot less bullets in my inventory. But then Octane pinged the direction And I was not happy about this. My brain said, go around the left, getting to the ring without being gatekept by what seemed to be a squad of very good players. I got so unhappy, I did something I never do. I opened up my mic and expressed my discontent.
Why are we not going to the ring? Why?
My team ignored my objections, so I said,
This is stupid.
By declaring this is stupid, my client assumes no responsibility for any actions that may occur because of your decision. That includes, but not limited to, bodily, mentally, or emotional damage. Or in lame terms, this is your fault, you idiot.
Luckily, no one was waiting for us up there, but the ring was about to close and we had to get into it. The long way. Evidence of people going this way before us made me wary, but then pinging of other squads coming from behind us made me realize we were about to have to force our way into the ring. The team from behind us used an evac tower and flew over our head. At that point, I wasn't sure what the hell was going on around me. All I could think about was getting into the ring and taking cover, only it quickly became clear there was nowhere safe. Octane got the kill and I got all the enemy's bullets in my head. But the fight has just begun and I needed to heal quickly so I could steal a kill. Help the team. A new squad joined the fight and my team needed me. You're welcome. I wanted to heal, but my fifth kill, Mirage, was crawling away, and I couldn't allow that. I needed to secure the kill. And got knocked for it. Worth it! As round 4 began, Octane picked my sorry ass off the floor. But as I was healing, my teammates got into another fight. This lobby was beginning to feel very crowded. This was one of those times a medkit feels like it takes forever. Luckily, I remembered to reload my gun this time before running in. Mirage went down, Octane bailing out. At least the enemy must be low. Okay, maybe the other one is low. One shot away from dead, I had to bail too. No matter how much I tried, I could not get a knock. And Mirage? Well, with 30 seconds to ring close, I doubted I could save him. Things were not looking good for the team. I didn't know what to do. The time was running out on us. But then Mirage saved himself by taking the jump pad after me. I quickly picked him up and then I opened my mic for the second time in one game, in hope that this time I'd be listened to.
Ring. Jump pad maybe?
Once again, I was completely ignored, but this time I wasn't about to stick around for the consequences. I ran for my life. There were only two things on my mind at that point. How many people were waiting to kill me when I get to the ring, and how many of my teammates were gonna make it to the next fight? Octane went down, but with ring 4 damage, there was no going back for him. 4 squads left in ring 5. Whoever got here first got a house. As the last one in, we got a generator. Or whatever this thing was. I was feeling a little exposed, and it was time to build ourselves something more decent. And like with every endgame, the spamming of Knuckle Cluster began. As I was considering the miserable situation we got ourselves into, Octane began pinging for a banner craft, and as you probably realized about me, I complied even though the last respawn beacon was already used and I did not have a mobile one. I looked twice in every direction before crossing the road, but Octane was getting really restless, so I had to address him once again.
I don't have a mobile respawn beacon, so I don't know what will help if I craft your banner.
Knowing full well that crafting his banner would attract fire, I dashed back into cover. There was no way to bring him back. The only purpose of this was to stop his annoying pinging. What? Apparently, Mirage had a mobile respawn beacon. This made almost dying almost worth it. Well, now I needed to somehow survive picking up the banner. I knew respawning would not go unnoticed, but I decided to stick to it no matter what. We needed all the help we could get. Bringing back one teammate while the other goes down felt like trying to pick up spilled milk with my bare hands. But I wasn't going to give up on my team. I provided cover fire for the respawn and put up new walls, picked up Mirage, and for a second the team was whole again. I was starting to feel optimistic about our chances at winning this game. And then the knuckle cluster wave came again. Mirage went down again. As a fire ring came down on us, we were trapped. So this time, when Octane pinged the direction, I gladly ran after him. Being the idiot that I am, I failed to jump over the fire and paid a heavy price. And as Mirage went down for the third time, I knew there was nothing more I can do for him. The fight was still going on over our heads as the last ring was closing. I snuck forward, trying to find a way to the middle of the circle without being seen. As I reached my destination, there were only 2 squads left. I peeked to see who we were facing and saw a lifeline. I opened fire and missed. Luckily, there was someone standing right next to them to take the shot. And then I saw movement to my left. It was just a plant. We had the circle. All we had to do was wait for the ring to force them out. But when they did come out, it was very scary. I actually thought they would be low, but I did a massive amount of damage and they were still standing. Condor did a strafing crouching move on me that almost had me killed, but was taken down in the last second by Octane.
Loser.
Okay, Johnny, you can stop now. The video is over.
Loser.
Johnny!